Hi and welcome to my channel. I have a confession to make, and honestly it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm doing this video in hopes that it might help others who are suffering from the same condition. And the condition I'm talking about is excessive sweating, also known as hyperhidrosis. Excessive sweating is actually more common than you might think. It affects approximately 20% of the population. I know I'm not on my own dealing with this. It's very normal for you to sweat. It's a natural body function. It helps regulate your body temperature and keep you cool. So it's perfectly normal to be sweating after an intensive workout or when you're outside on a hot summer day. It does start becoming an inconvenience when you start experiencing excessive sweating when you are at rest, not physically exerting yourself or going through a stressful situation where you would normally sweat. The main areas where you may experience excessive sweating are your underarms, your hands, or your feet. There are a few solutions to excessive sweating, and throughout the years and through my research I have tried getting prescription grade antiperspirant, which did not work that well. Other more invasive solutions I would say are getting Botox injections, and you can even get surgery to help neutralize your sweat glands. But that's something I personally don't see myself going forward with because that would be kind of scary to go through, and there is a much safer solution to this problem, and that is using an iontophoresis device. For this video, I am partnering with Dermadry, and I'm going to be taking you through my iontophoresis device use journey. This is something I have been using for the past few weeks, and I'm really excited to be sharing the results with you. And I'll also be taking you through the advantages of using an iontophoresis device, and I'll also be showing you how I actually use it. Dermadry makes 3 different devices, so they have one specifically for hands and feet, one specifically for just the underarms, and one that is called Dermadry Total, which treats all 3 areas, and that's the one I'm going to be reviewing for you today. I personally experience excessive sweating in my underarms and on my hands. My hyperhidrosis, I would say, is mild to moderate. A good way to know the severity of your hyperhidrosis is to look at how much you are actually sweating. I could be at rest and I can feel my hands being quite moist, same with my underarms. Moderate hyperhidrosis is when you have pearls of sweat forming in those areas, and more severe hyperhidrosis is when the sweat actually drips. The technology behind an iontophoresis device is actually quite simple and brilliant. It uses tap water to deliver an electromagnetic current through your skin surface, and then that turns off your sweat glands. Studies have shown that this treatment is very effective with regular treatments. So when you first start using the device, you will have to use it between 3 to 5 times a week for a couple of weeks, and that depends on the severity of your hyperhidrosis. And that is called your initial treatment phase. So once you have completed that phase, you go through a maintenance phase, which is when you will upkeep your treatments, do them less often, but do them every few weeks. And again, that depends on your hyperhidrosis severity. As I mentioned, the results are not immediate, but you can start seeing results after about 2 weeks, and depending again on your severity, it can go up to 6 weeks. I personally started seeing results after the 2-week mark. The Dermadry Total box comes with a case which holds everything you need for your treatment except for water. The case is made out of plastic, and you can actually split it in 2 and use it for your hand and feet treatments. Then you also get your controller. You get 2 hands and feet electrodes and 2 underarm electrodes. You also get 2 towels which you place on top of the electrodes for your hands and feet, as well as 2 pairs of underarm pockets which you insert the underarm electrodes into. The case also comes with 2 cables which connect the electrodes to the controller, and then you also get a plug adapter which connects your controller to a power outlet. And then of course you get your handy instructions manual, which is super important to read before you start using the device. What's really great is that the settings on the controller are programmed for each profile. For example, for your underarms, the timer is set to 15 minutes and the strength will gradually increase as you activate the device. but if you desire, you can also increase the strength yourself. For the hands and feet, the treatment time is 20 minutes. Again, it is programmed, so you don't really have to change anything. But if you find that your body can tolerate a higher current strength, you can, of course, increase it. A great safety feature too is that if you remove your underarm pockets or remove your hands or feet from the towel that covers the electrodes, the device will automatically pause. And if you put your electrodes back under your arms or put your hands and feet back on your electrodes, the device will automatically resume and will gradually increase the current strength, so you won't get like electrocuted. I also want to mention that this device is very safe to use. It's certified by Health Canada. It is recommended by dermatologists, and the device is very high quality. It is considered a medical device and it is made in Canada. You do get a 1-year warranty and 60-day money-back guarantee. There are some contraindications if you suffer from certain health conditions that you should check with your health professional first if this device is a good solution for you. There are some side effects that you might experience. You might feel a bit of tingling, which I primarily have experienced in my hands, not so much my underarms or my feet. And again, this feeling is temporary, so I only feel this when I'm using the device, and after that I don't feel the tingling sensation anymore. You might also find that your skin reddens a bit after a treatment, which is not something I personally experience. And also important is to make sure that your towels and pockets are covering the electrodes well. Also, don't get discouraged if after a few treatments you find that you're actually sweating more. This may actually happen, and once your body adjusts to the treatments, you will start seeing that your excessive sweating is being lessened. For an underarm treatment, basically what you have to do is get a glass of water and soak your underarm pockets in it. Then you have to squeeze out any excess water. You slip your electrodes in, then you will plug your cable on each end of the electrode into your controller, and then plug your controller into the wall. What's really great is that the settings on the controller are programmed for each profile. So for example, for your underarms, the timer is set to 15 minutes and the strength will gradually increase as you activate the device. But if you desire, you can also increase the strength yourself. Once you place the pockets under your arms, the device will start delivering the current. For the hands and feet, you can split your case in two to get 2 trays. So for your hands, you can place the tray on a table, and for your feet, you basically place the tray on the floor. And then you will place the 2 electrode plates at the very bottom and place the towels on top to cover them. Then you will pour water on each towel so that they're soaked. And then basically, again, you will plug those 2 cables into the front of the plates and connect them to the controller, plug your controller in. Then you can activate your device, select the profile. So again, you choose hands or feet. Then you can set the current level if desired, and then your device is ready to be used, so you can simply place your hands and feet on the towels. Again, as mentioned, it is a process, so you won't get quick results just like this. It is something you have to commit to weekly, especially at the beginning. I've been using the device for the past 6 weeks, and I started noticing my excessive sweating significantly decreasing after the 2-week mark, and I've been upkeeping my treatments every other week since then. I can honestly say that I basically don't have this issue anymore. It's actually kind of incredible. I used to wake up and have clammy hands or be sitting and not doing anything strenuous and have sweaty underarms, and that's not the case anymore. And something that's really funny is that I never really needed hand cream because my hands were never particularly dry, because again, they would often be quite moist. And now I have to use hand cream because my hands are more dry, and that's something to keep in mind. So you will need to moisturize after the treatment. The Dermadry Total is definitely an investment, but when you take into consideration that you don't have to pay or shell out thousands of dollars for in-clinic treatments or go through something more painful such as Botox or surgery, meaning this treatment is non-invasive, it's drug-free, it's pain-free. I think this is really the best solution, and from my research is the most effective one long-term as well. The Dermadry Total retails for $462 Canadian or $349 American dollars, and international shipping is available and it is free, which is awesome. This device has been life-changing. It is more of like a silent condition, So it's not something that can be visible to other people, but it can be debilitating in some ways because it is an embarrassing thing to have to deal with. If you're someone who deals with hyperhidrosis, or if you know someone who deals with it, I hope this video was helpful, and hopefully it will help you make an informed decision as to whether an iontophoresis device is the right solution for you. I'll leave the link to where you can purchase the Dermadry Total in the description box below. I also will leave a link down below to my blog where I did a full review on this device as well, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!